folks, I'm Ian Baker, and today we're going to go over the 2019 Keystone Sprinter 29FWRL. This is a great couples fifth wheel. It's a triple slide, and the best part about it is it comes in at right around 33.5 foot, meaning that for all the space you get, it is somewhat shorter. So as you can see, you have dual opposing slides right here, which really help open up this space. And instead of a center island, they opted in for a peninsula, again, to help kind of condense that kitchen area so the island isn't way out here, really opening up that main living area. If we take a look at the campside slide, you have freestanding table and chairs. The great thing about the freestanding table is you have a lot more room and flexibility to slide in and out. It's a lot easier to get in and out. And then the chairs also have a little bit of storage here underneath as well. Obviously, you lose out on some of the storage that the dinette would give you, as well as a sleeping space. But again, it is easier to get in and out, and it looks a lot nicer in my opinion too. You'll also see big windows here. You have to appreciate that. Lets in a ton of natural light. You have windows on the side of the slide boxes as well. And then right over here, you get into your Thomas Paine collection. This is the dual theater seating directly across from the TV, which we've seen now for, a year or two, because this is the preferable setup when you have a couples model. You want to, on a rainy day, or if you just want to kick back and relax, you want to have some comfortable seating, be able to kick your feet up, both of these recline just like that. You can lay back, take a midday nap if you want, or again, just watch some TV. You also have cup holders here, and then if we lift this up, you'll see you have some storage there for remotes as well. Coming along to the back, in case you do have additional guests over, you can have them sit right here on the couch, have great conversation. Or if you want to lay down, it's not huge, but you can probably put a pillow right here, put your legs up on the armrest, and you can probably make this work as well. Again, as I said, I'm about 6 foot, and as you can see, it's not the most comfortable ever, but it is great for having people sit here. Now, if you have additional guests that need to stay the night, this is also where they'll be sleeping, because this is a tri-fold sofa, so it pulls out, it is big and comfortable, and that will comfortably accommodate 2 adults. On both sides, you have end tables with electrical outlets, so you can plug things in. The one side here has storage underneath. You can see that right there. The other side is where your fuse box will be located, as well as your breaker panel. Along the top, you have storage here, LED light underneath. You have, again, windows on the sides, as well as the big rear picture window right there, so you can really enjoy the view out the back. We take a quick look at the ceiling, LED lights all the way throughout. You also have the wood strips going across rather than the plain white ones, just kind of helps break it up, give it a little bit nicer look there. Ducted AC system here as well. On the off-door side slide, you have the TV front and center, as I mentioned, directly across from that theater seating. Soundbar underneath, folks. The soundbar does sound pretty darn good. Now, granted, it still won't have your deep bass notes, but it does do a good job if you're just listening to regular old music, or, maybe if you're listening to a podcast, something like that, it does a great job on the vocals. A little bit of storage there underneath, as well as some additional storage right here up top. Something that a lot of manufacturers are going to, and I certainly appreciate, is a pantry. So you'll see you have pantry storage right there. The bottom one is a little more open, so if you have some larger items, you can sneak them down there. You have the shelf built in up top. Dometic fridge freezer combo right here. 8 cubic foot, so you have plenty of space in there. This unit does run off both propane and electric, and also has automatic switchover. Let's move over to the Peninsula real quick. So you'll see that, right here, I love this because you have a ton of prep space. This is fantastic. This is probably prepping the majority of your food, but they also give you a sink top cover, so you can utilize that as prep space as well. Plus, the sink top cover is cutting board quality. You'll see the high-rise faucet there, as well as the single bowl large stainless steel sink here. So that way, if you have some bigger pots and pans, you can actually set them down in there. Let's drop down underneath real quick. You'll notice you do have under-counter lighting here. You can turn that off if you want, but it adds a little aesthetic piece there. Underneath the sink, you have plenty of room for a trash can as well. In fact, if you get 2 smaller ones, you can probably set 2 of them in there side by side. Plus, obviously, you have access to your P-trap. Right underneath here, you'll see some additional storage for your pots and pans. And then let me scoot my butt to this side, because these are really long drawers. You have 2 full extension ball bearing drawers. You can see how big those are. Again, you kind of have to scoot to the side to be able to get to those. But I like the fact that they built them nice and large. Right up top, You'll see some additional storage right here. The far side has your control panel there, but good storage. And then again, another large pantry right here. So if you have some like electric griddle or something, a toaster, some larger items you want to stick in there, you certainly can. So we move over to this side, you'll notice you have a recessed cooktop with the glass cover. This does fold up and back and acts as a backsplash for you. 3-burner Furion cooktop there. The knobs here are all lit. You can turn those off if you don't want them on. And it also has an oven underneath so you can do some baking. Taking another step in here, we'll open this up. You'll see that again, you get great storage right down there. You have an electrical outlet here, storage up top, microwave right next door, and then your stainless steel hood with a light and a fan. So we step into the bathroom with the 29FWRL. You'll see right down here in the corner is your foot flush lever toilet. Take a seat here to give you an idea of space. You can see I have plenty of legroom, fairly wide in the shoulders here, and I have plenty of space there too. Over in the corner is the neo-angle shower. You'll see that the doors here are in a roller track, which is great, because that way when you're done showering and you open up the doors, all the water runs right down the door into the shower pan, unlike a swing door, which a lot of times it'll get on your floor, or same issues with a curtain. When I step in here, again, I am 6 foot. You can see I have enough room under the ceiling here, even more under the skylight. So if you are 6'2", 6'3", you can stand underneath the skylight and maneuver and you won't have any issues. You'll also see you have a hand wand there and then some additional shelves too. Right over here, this is pretty cool. And again, this is nothing that's super unique, but I do like it when they do it in the floor plans, and that is the fact that they extend this slide out into the bathroom space here. So if you want, you can hang some clothes up there, but more importantly for me are the 2 drawers right underneath, because it gives you a spot in which you can put some additional towels or other bathroom items. And then right over here is your mirrored medicine cabinet, so you can, obviously store some items up there. Big countertop in this bathroom. Big bowl here as well. You can see you have plenty of room to wash your hands or brush your teeth. It's also stainless steel, so a nicer bowl than what you generally get. You have an electrical outlet over to the side, and then additional storage underneath as well. In the bedroom, you'll see right here in the center is your residential 60 by 80 queen size bed. Also, you have storage underneath. You'll see a ton of storage right there, so if you do have any larger items, that is a great place to put them. On both sides of the bed, you have wardrobe space. They do have mirrors on the doors as well. You have a cubby hole underneath, which will have an electrical outlet, and then you have storage going all the way across the top. You'll also see, again, kind of like I showed you when we were in the bathroom, you do have this slide-out wardrobe, so that is a hanging rod going all the way across. Large drawer underneath that, too. You'll see you have a slider door right here so you can enter the bathroom. If you have to get up and use the bathroom in the middle of the night, it's nice and easy to get to. You also have your swing door to get out to the main living area. We take a look up at the ceiling here. You'll see this one is prepped for your Wi-Fi in case you do want internet in the coach here. You also have TV hookups, a vent right up top, and you'll also notice that this one is prepped for a second AC. So if you want a second one, you already have the 50 amp service. This is already braced and wired for it. Now that we've seen the inside, let's take a look at some of the outside features on the 2019 Sprinter Campfire 29FWRL. Starting off on the graphics they changed for 2019, I think they did a great job. You have the big black center there. It kind of has like a dark gray going around the front cap, lightens up a little bit. You have some nice blue, white, and black notes on the side as well, which kind of help tie in some of the modern colors of the trucks. You'll also see that you have a mirror right here. I believe they call this Hitch Vision. So that way as you are backing up, it's easier to align the kingpin with the hitch. If we drop down underneath, you'll notice a couple things on the side. You have a light right over here as well as your landing leg control, solar prep here as well. Underneath the front compartment is your spare tire. Hopefully you never have to use that, but if you do, that is where it is located. If we take a look in this front storage area, one of the things that Keystone does very well as a whole is they have great cable and wire management. You'll see how nice and clean it is up here. Everything is tucked away over to the side. You have your vented battery box here. That is a nice storage area there up front. Speaking of storage, if we move along to the side here, I'll open up your pass-through. You'll see these are slam latches. They work very well. It has metal components to it rather than plastic. You also have the covered hinge and it's magnetic, so that way you can put it up just like so. We take a look inside the pass-through there. You'll see that it is a decent size. You don't have any plumbing or anything running straight down, so it is all open, allowing you to put some larger items in there. You also have this extra little space right here next to the door. You'll see an electrical outlet right outside. You need to plug anything in, that will be the place to do it. And if we take a look up top, you will see the power awning. In the heads of the awning are speakers, so that way when you roll the awning out, the music is playing down on your campsite rather than blasting out at your neighbors, and you have an LED light strip on there as well. Getting into the RV is nice and simple. You have this big foldable grab handle right here, 3 foldable steps, so that way this grab handle will give you some extra control from the first step all the way in. Taking a couple steps back, we drop down underneath. You can take a look at the wheels there. You'll see you have aluminum alloy wheels, which not just look great going down the road and at the campsite, but they will continue to look great because they are aluminum, meaning they won't rust. Right in between there, you can see the Road Armor suspension. That'll help take out a lot of the bumps in the road as you're traveling, giving you an overall smoother tow experience, and that way you won't have broken dishes and things when you arrive, less chance for stuff to fall out of your cupboards. Right back here is your bumper. You'll see that you have the end caps on there, so you can pop that end cap off. Gives you a convenient spot to store your sewer hose. And right up top here in the center is backup camera prep. If you want a backup camera, having the prep makes it a lot easier to have it installed, meaning it will save you money on labor. As I mentioned, because this one is prepped for that second AC, you do have the 50 amp power cord. That's where it'll plug in at, as it is detachable. And if we make our way right up front here, you will see the docking station. So this guy, you have a key, you open that up. Key alike system on here, by the way, so it's not just a standard 751. That goes for all of your doors. You will have a key specific to this unit. But you put this down, that locks it in place. Right here's your outside shower with hot and cold water access, your satellite and cable inlets there. Black tank flush right next door to wash out your black tank. And then you have your water connection. For city water, you have the blue lever down like so. Flip it up to fill up your fresh water tank. Then if we open this up, this is the other side of that pass-through. Now this one you can see has this little locking mechanism here, the arm rather than a magnet, because you have a slide here, but still gives you plenty of access to everything inside. And lastly, right up here are your 2 30-pound propane tanks with the switch over right in the center. All right, folks, and that wraps it up. Again, this is a 2019 Keystone Sprinter Campfire 29FWRL. If you're interested in this fifth wheel and you'd like price and availability, simply click on the link in the description. Thanks again for watching. I'm Ian Baker, and let's go camping.